Hello.
Hello, man.
Hello. Yeah, am I clearly audible and
Yeah,
visible?
I can hear you. I can be you are visible as well.
Okay, sorry for the slight delay, but good evening. And
Good
how are
evening.
you today?
I'm pretty well. Uh, uh, I would say I'm over the moon since morning
Okay.
because I was best at my work. There was no hurdle, so I
All
was able
right.
to complete my whole task. How about you?
I've had a decent enough day. Nothing special. Okay.
Okay.
So, where are you based out of right now?
I'm connected to you from Surat, and I was born and raised in Madhya Pradesh.
Okay. So, is it not cold?
No, no. Actually, even we are running the fan.
Oh, really?
Usually, we used to get
Right.
cold in
Okay. I'm
evening
from
time,
Dehradun
in morning
right
time.
now. Yeah.
Today is not that much cold. You are
Okay.
from where?
I'm from Dehradun and it's freezing over here.
Hmm.
Okay,
Right.
then it's
Okay.
a first time meeting. Let's introduce ourselves to each other. And why don't you go first?
Sure, 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 sure. So, as you can see, my name in screen. Can you see my name? Okay. So, my
Yeah,
name
yeah,
is Sanjay Singh,
yeah,
and
yeah. I
I
can
hail
see that.
from Madhya Pradesh. And from where I am speaking to you, this the place is Surat, and it is like great and better for me. And I'm working as a professional. I'm working one of the MNCs as a production manager. And if I have couple of hobbies, so if I will tell about my hobbies, so I practice meditation. I'm very fond of watching spiritual discourses, listening to music,
Hmm.
and uh, I love to introspect myself.
Hmm.
So these are my hobbies.
Okay. So
Would you
hello.
mind telling me about yourself?
Yeah, yeah, sure. My name is Neha. I am a creative content consultant and a writer. I am based out of Dehradun, and I was also born and brought up in Dehradun. So before we proceed, I would like to get a better sense of what are your learning objectives, so we can tailor the session accordingly.
Sure, sure, sure. So I actually, I just want to fluent in English,
Okay.
and I want to upgrade myself. I
Hmm.
want to be advanced speaker, and
Hmm.
this is the need of professionalism. And
Hmm.
I want to polish my English,
Right.
and definitely, I want to enhance my communication skill.
All right. Got it. Okay
Mhm.
then. Let's proceed. Today's topic is on culinary tourism. So, is are you a foodie? Let's start there.
Uh, I am not that much foodie, but if the food is according to my wish, and if the whatever it has been made by my cook spouse actually, and
Okay.
um, and I'm liking that, so I would love to eat more, but it is not like that. Every
Okay.
time I will go outside and I will have food.
Right.
By
Okay.
and large, I would say that I'm not that much food.
Right. Okay. Okay. And do you know how to cook?
Yeah, I can cook, but I used to cook when I was studying
Right.
and when I was unmarried. And so I used to cook rice, dal, chapati,
Hmm.
and we both used to cook. My colleague and me, we used to live together.
Hmm.
So we were cooking at that time, and there was
Hmm.
no option actually. Either you will eat in hotel or you will cook by your own on your own. So we used to
Hmm.
cook and we used to bite the bullet at that time. We didn't have option at that time.
Right. Right.
So yeah, so we had knowledge how to cook.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
So now
cooking
we
is.
are
Yeah. Yeah.
now
Continue.
I'm not
Sorry.
cooking because I left cooking because
Right.
once in a blue moon I cook because my spouse is taking care of all these things. And
Hmm.
after getting married, she is cooking. And when I got married, so at that time she didn't have knowledge how to cook. So at that time I told her how to cook. So,
That's
and
really
I
sweet.
taught, yeah, I taught her how to cook rice pulses, basic item, rice pulses, rice dal, chapati, and pohe, and all these things. I
Right.
had taught her.
Right. Okay, so cooking is something that I really need to learn. I have been procrastinating it for a very long time. And now we have options like Eat Fit and Lunchbox, which deliver very economical food and it's in limited quantity also. So that makes us lazier. But yeah, that's on my list. I will definitely learn
Apart
how to.
from English, Yari, are you studying as well?
No, no. So I graduated in August and I have another job.
Okay, so you're working somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, mhm, great.
Okay.
So you must
So
know how to cook.
no. So I moved out for my bachelor's and I was staying in Bangalore for 3 years. And
Mhm.
I learned how to make very basic food, right? Because I don't like South Indian food. So I got used to making oats and sandwiches and very basic things which require minimal effort. But then I came back home because I found a great hybrid working opportunity. So I just got back home and then I didn't learn, but I will soon. It's on my checklist this year. So we've covered cooking and food. And do you like traveling?
I'm homebody, and
I understand.
occasionally, occasionally, I love to visit. I would love to travel,
Right.
and once in a year, I visit Mount Abu uh,
Okay.
for the sake of spirituality, for the sake of
Okay.
meditation, because there is headquarter of Brahma Kumaris, and I am associated with Brahma
Ah,
Kumari.
right, right.
So
Brahma
once
Kumaris,
in a year,
is that Sister Shivani and
right? Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
Uh,
And apart from this, I'm not very fond of traveling because if somebody will tell that I'm going somewhere, will you give me company? So definitely I will deny because I don't have that much time as well, and I'm not very fond of traveling as well.
right.
And I would love to be at home, stay at home.
But there's a new concept in traveling called staycations also, right? Where you go to a different place to stay in a resort or a nice hotel or a rest like or a guest house or a cottage, and then you just stay there and have a nice time. What do you think about that?
So I told you that once in a year I visit Mount Abu. So that is kind of I'm covering this part,
Hmm.
and so if I will not cover that part, so definitely I would love to visit because company is providing me some leave, and
Right.
I am obliged to use that leave. Otherwise,
Hmm.
the leave will be spoiled,
Hmm.
and that will be lapsed actually.
Okay.
And so definitely, I would love to plan if I will not visit Mount Abu, and I would love to visit with my spouse, with my kids somewhere nearby, somewhere. Not I will not plan for long tour, but
Right.
I would love to cover the surrounding area.
Hmm. No, I also like I am from the hills. I love the hills. I don't like oceans. I just like love staying amongst mountains. And whenever somebody asks me to go out for a trip, I'm like, I live in Dehradun. What trip? Where will you
Yes,
take
yes,
me?
yes.
That is better than yours.
Right, right. And there will be mountains in your surrounding. You are living in
Yeah,
Dehradun.
quite close by. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm,
It's something
mhm.
like, where are you going to take me?
Right, right. Apart from mountain, I think if somebody will ask you, so definitely, I suppose you would love to visit because mountain is kind of a very familiar thing for you.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I don't like beaches. I if I'm traveling somewhere, I want to go somewhere where there are mountains. I'm not impressed until I see hills.
Okay, great. Mhm.
So even when I was in Bangalore and nearby, there are a lot of tourist places, right? Gokarna is there, and Goa is quite close by. And I used to be like, let's go to Uti, let's go to Kodaikanal. I don't want to go to the beach. So- Okay, so you said
Yeah.
you don't eat outside very much, right? But do you have a favorite dish from a favorite place?
Favorite place. Favorite place. So actually, I have kind of I'm intrigued to visit Kerala and Rameshwaram
Right.
and some of the places I have in my bucket list.
Hmm.
But when I will visit, I don't know. It is the part of future, and if I will get sufficient time, so I would love to visit. And
Right.
when it comes to food, so I'm very fond of eating rice, and
Okay.
I can skip my chapati, but if I skip my rice, so I won't feel nice, and I
Hmm.
definitely I will feel that I'm missing something. And
Hmm.
I think at least one time I would love to eat rice.
Right. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Right, rice. All right, but I must say Kerala is a very beautiful place. I think it's a must visit.
Yeah.
Rameshwaram I didn't like so much, but Kerala is beautiful.
Why I want to visit Rameswaram? Because there is a Jyotirling, one of the Jyotirlings,
Yeah, yeah.
and it comes into Char Dhams,
Mm-hmm.
and it is situated bank of the ocean, shore of the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the place would be enchanting, I suppose,
Right.
and I never been to South, I would say, for visit
Mm-hmm.
purpose till now,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I would love to visit.
Right. Right. Okay. So I have a couple of errors noted down.
Please tell me. Hmm.
I just didn't want to disrupt the flow of the conversation so far. So
Yes.
can you tell me what does the word introspect mean?
Introspect, uh, introspect, मतलब thinking, yours, thinking about yourself,
Right.
and yeah, and
So introspect inherently means that you are, looking inside yourself, you're analyzing what is
yeah,
going on.
yeah,
So with introspect, we never need to add the word myself. Okay, we never say
myself.
introspect
Right,
myself.
right.
Just introspect is fine.
Correct, correct. Actually,
Okay.
I knew, but it
Hmm.
comes.
Right,
I
right.
know. I shouldn't have used, but I have used.
Right. Okay. And you will not say I'm not that much foodie. You can say I'm not that much of a foodie.
I'm not that much of
A foodie.
a foodie. Okay.
Right? We need to add a preposition there. And it's pronounced obliged.
Oh, it is not obliged.
It's obliged.
Obliged.
Right. It is pronounced
Obliged.
obliged. Obliged. Right.
Obliged. Okay. Well,
Okay.
makes sense.
So I think we have exhausted culinary tourism because you don't like to travel much. You also aren't that much of a foodie. So I see a guitar behind you. Do you know how to play?
Actually, this is my son
Okay.
stuffs.
All
Yeah.
right. But are you into
And
music?
this one is old one,
All
and
right.
new one he is using, and
Okay.
we had just kept it, and this
Okay.
this is old one.
All right. How old is your son?
He is in ninth class, and
Oh,
he
so
is turning 15 years.
great, great. So you've all
15. Yeah.
it's really nice to take up extracurriculars and activities at a younger age because it's only later that you realize this is what matters in college applications.
Right.
Right. Okay. So what are your hobbies? Do you like? Do you enjoy music? Do you watch TV, web series, movies?
I would love, I told you that I practice meditation and I'm very
Right.
fond
Right.
of watching spiritual discourse. And nowadays I have inculcated some of the habits like reading book
Oh,
and even I don't get enough time to watch. And I'm not very fond of watching web series because
right.
even I'm not getting enough time to for practicing of my English. So how can I
Mhm.
devote my time to watch web series? And I always try to motivate myself. Always try to immerse myself very much into English,
Hmm.
and and uh, I always try to upgrade myself. And if you are paying attention towards your upgradation, so you will not pay attention towards OTT movies and all these things.
Hmm.
And
Okay, one small thing. We don't really say upgrade myself. It sounds a bit awkward. We use the term upskill usually,
up, okay,
right?
upgrade is not suitable word here.
It's not very suitable because we usually use it with things and devices, so it's really not a
Upskill.
good
Okay.
adjective to
Mhm.
use for a person. It sounds awkward, so just avoid
Okay.
that.
Okay. Okay.
I think.
Mhm.
Okay. So you
Even
said you.
I would love to say you that after many years, actually in 2020, I left watching movies and all these things. And after 2018, after mm, 4 to 5 years, uh, we went to watch what
Right.
was the movie name? You Purush, Adi Purush. Adi
I
Purush.
haven't watched it.
Yeah.
I,
Okay, so you are not watching
I
movies.
didn't watch it.
Okay, so that is okay. Huh?
I watch a lot of art movies, right? I'm not into commercial cinema. I'm a literature major. I'm full
Okay.
on art. I
Okay,
don't
so you
watch too much
didn't watch
commercial
any
cinema.
movie in cinema. Till now, you didn't watch any
I watch.
movies.
I do watch, but I am not that much
Mhm.
into commercial cinema, so fewer movies there.
Okay,
I watch
okay,
more art,
okay,
niche type of movies, right? I like to be a snob.
okay, okay, great.
Okay. All right. So you mentioned you have taken to reading recently, right? Hmm, that's my favorite thing to ask because what do you like to read? I get so excited when people inculcate the habit of reading.
Uh, because for the sake of improving my communication skill and
Hmm.
for the sake of English, because it was not my avocation, and I
Hmm.
used to not read, and it was kind of tedious task for me. But
Right.
what for the sake of English, I am reading,
Hmm.
and I have been reading past 1 year and 2 months, and so
Hmm.
and regularly, consistently, I'm reading
But
two or
what do
three
you read?
paragraphs.
What do you read?
So I read self-help book, and till now I have read Sudha Murthy's
Okay.
man 2 or 3 books, and Attitude is Everything. You can
Ah,
achieve more, and many lives, many masters, and
okay.
The Secret I'm reading, and some of the paragraphs I have read the Secret book.
Hmm.
For the sake of English, I'm reading, and
All
now
right.
uh, I'm enjoying, and I'm
Hmm.
getting good vocab, and I have made my own dictionary. So
Really?
whenever I encountered with the vocab, so I just jot it down in my notebook. And
Okay.
in the morning time, I try to memorize and I try to use that word in my sentences.
Right. Okay. But does having a personal dictionary help by itself? Like, I'm just curious. I'm asking out of curiosity. Does having a personal dictionary really help?
Personal dictionary. So I have made my own dictionary actually,
Yeah,
and I
I
have
know.
written out there A, B, C, D. Yeah.
Right,
Uh,
I
s-
understood what you're saying, but does it really help with improving your vocabulary just by itself? I'm asking how it helps. I'm just curious to know.
it is helping me because
Okay.
frequently I try to repeat
Ah,
those words in the
yeah,
morning time, and when I will keep on encountering with these words, so definitely that will
yeah.
go my that will enter into my subconscious mind, and I would be able to utter after some time. So
Right, right.
definitely, as we used to read dictionary, and there is so many word you are reading, and so it is
Mhm.
like that you are making your own dictionary.
Right, right, right. No, it makes sense, right? Because yeah, you mentioned that you use the words over and over again, so that makes sense, right? It does.
Right. Yes. So, and I think I would have written, I think, more or less 500, more than 500 words till now.
Hmm.
And definitely after some time, they will come outside because in the morning time, I have been memorizing for
Okay,
1.5 year, 1 and 2 in month, 1 year and 2 months.
okay. All right. So tell me, will the words come out or come outside?
Come outside.
No, why will they come outside? Are they indoors? No, they're inside, right? They're just in you, right? The words will come out. Why? How will they go outside? When do we use the word outside?
So at the time of conversation, they will come.
Out. They will come out, not outside.
They they will come out. They will come out. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. I didn't realize we've almost reached the end of the session. So I have a couple of
Yeah.
things. Sometimes when you're speaking, your tone is a little flat. Okay. Does it
Flat.
make right? There's not a lot of voice modulation going on, right? Sometimes you start
Okay.
speaking in a very flat tone. Now I don't know if that's how you talk or if that's how you talk in English. That's something I don't know yet. You will know the answer to this, but that's something that you could work on. Apart from that, you have excellent non-verbal communication, right? That's actually excellent, and your
Okay.
vocabulary is quite good. But again, I would say when you encounter words which seem like they might have a complicated pronunciation, just Google and check its pronunciation. All right?
Yeah, of course. I'm doing this time actually.
Right.
I'm checking through ChatGPT,
Right.
and I'm just getting the meaning of vocab, and I'm jotting down what is the pronunciation of this word.
Right.
So,
Right.
uh,
And there's a minor pronunciation error where you pronounce "sir" as "sure" sometimes.
mhm.
Have you noticed
I
that?
know that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. If
I
that
have
is
a PI
something,
influence.
like, if that is something you'd like to fix, there is a tongue twister because a lot of people have this "sir" "sure" influence here and there, right? So there is a small tongue twister. Have you heard? She sells seashells at the seashore,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
whenever you're
I
sitting,
know.
whenever you have spare time, you're stuck in traffic or you're lying down on your bed and can't sleep, just run this through your head, try to mumble this, and this really helps with the sir and show pronunciation.
Mhm. I know about this sentence.
Right. Just try this tongue twister whenever you're free. It will help
For
fix
sure.
it. All right. So anything else you'd like to ask before we conclude?
Right now, I'm totally blank. I don't have any
Okay.
issues in my mind,
Right.
and definitely I would ask you if I will connect again.
Okay. All right then. Okay then. Have you had dinner? You'll
Okay.
have dinner now. I'm assuming this was a very early session,
After finishing
right?
this session, I will take my dinner.
Already so early.
Yeah, because I think by 7:30 or 8:30, and I will doze off.
Oh, that's great then. All right then. Have a good night. It's almost sleeping time for you then.
Okay, okay.
Good night.
Have a
Bye
great day,
bye.
man. Good night. Good. Bye, bye. Bye.